joanna. Nothing coming through. So what's happening, Ronan, is that's what you're getting. Oh, sure, look, there's nothing we can do.
Your camera isn't showing.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. See, it has something to do. Okay. It has something to do with linking this to it. Okay, right, go ahead, Ronan. Go ahead. There's nothing we can do. No, it's in the back.
Please, get a presentation. Please be standing for the private party. Please be seated. Welcome, family and friends, on this special day to the wedding ceremony of Joanna and Stephen. I would like to thank you all for traveling here to the beautiful Believe Castle to celebrate with them in their commitment to each other as husband and wife. Today, we celebrate with Joanna and Stephen their decision to live their lives together as husband and wife. You've all witnessed them become friends and watched their relationship grow from a mutual, respectful friendship into a loving and committed partnership to the point to where they commit marriage to each other here today. But what is marriage? The joy of marriage has never been too old to hold hands. It is remembered to say, I love you. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. Let your courtship not end with the honeymoon, but continue throughout all the years. Your marriage will be a great journey of surprises, joys, and miracles. And above all, remember that your love for each other will prevail. No ceremony can create your marriage. What this ceremony can do is witness and affirm the choice you have made to begin a new life today as husband and wife. Those who truly love one another cherish each other. Those who know true love look upon one another with eyes that see through the personality to know the other's innermost emotions and aspirations. To make this marriage work, however, it will take more than love. It will take trust to know in your hearts that you want only the best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and grow, even when it is difficult to do so. And it will take courage to honor your differences, to make the important things matter, and to let go of the rest. And it will take faith to go forward together, knowing what the future holds for both of you. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. I would like to draw your attention to the candle burning on my left that I lit earlier today, in memory of those who have passed away. It is always difficult to deal with the loss of a loved one, but remember, they are always with us. Today we remember in a special way all the family and friends of Joanna and Stephen, especially Stephen's mum, Patsy, and indeed all the friends and relatives of all here present who may have passed away. We are reminded of the impact these people have had on our lives, helping to mold us into the individuals we have become. We acknowledge their influence and feel confident that they too share in this special occasion with us. I now ask Liam and Helena to step forward for some readings especially chosen by Joanna and Stephen for their personal meaning and sentiment.
I will be here. If in the morning when you wake, if the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, but hold my hand and have no fear, I will be here. When you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind, I will listen. To the winning, losing, and trying, we'll be together, and I will be here. If in the morning when you wake, if the future is unclear, I will be here. As soon as seasons are meant for change, or lifetimes were meant for years, I will be here. And you can cry on my shoulder. When the word tells us we're older, I will hold you to watch you grow in beauty and tell you all things you are to me. We'll be together and I will be here. I will be true to the promise I made to you, and to the one who gave you to me, I will be here.
Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that they should ever be apart. Because that is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow together towards each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree, not two.
Thank you, Elena and Liam, for reading so beautifully. We will begin the marriage ceremony. Joanne and Stephen, in the lighting of this unity candle, you will symbolize your lives as individuals and as a couple. The two outer candles represent your lives up to this moment. They are two distinct lights, each bright and shining on their own. However, it's important to acknowledge that in order for you both to have developed into the two fine adults before us, you both had to be nurtured and supported. You both had to be loved, and that love came first and foremost from your families. So therefore, it is highly appropriate that we acknowledge both families and their love through this ceremony. Joanne, light your candle and let it be a symbol of the light shining inside yourself, remembering how special you are. Stephen, light your candle and let it be a symbol of the light shining inside yourself, remembering how special you are. You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes, to this moment of yes, indeed you have been making commitments in an informal way. All those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we are married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. Symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant every word of it. Look at one another and remember this moment. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Do you, Stephen, hereby state that you have read and understood the list of civil impediments to marriage? And do you solemnly declare that you believe there is no impediment, hindrance, or penalty, or other lawful hindrance to your proposed marriage to Joanne? Do you, Joanne, hereby state that you have read and understood the list of civil impediments to marriage? And do you solemnly declare that you believe there is no impediment of hindrance or penalty, or other lawful hindrance to your proposed marriage to Stephen? It is now that I, Peter James O'Neill, in accordance with the rights of the Spiritual Union of Ireland, do solemnize this, your marriage, according to the laws of this country and the laws of God. Before you, Joanna and Stephen, are joined together in the presence of God, my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses. I am bound, as you know, to remind you publicly of the solemn, serious, and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, as most of us understand it, is the voluntary and full commitment of one individual to another. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of all others, and is entered into with the desire, the hope, and the firm intention that it will last for a lifetime. Stephen, do you take Joanna in marriage to be your wedded wife, to share your life as your friend, your lover, your companion, to grow together in spirit and in truth, and forsaking all others? And you, Joanne, take Stephen in marriage to be your wedded husband, to share your life as your friend, your lover, your companion, to grow together in spirit and in truth, and forsaking all others. Wedding bands, being a perfect circle, have no beginning and no end. But we all know that these rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug from the earth, metal is liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees. Hot metal is poured into a mold, cooled and then painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from the raw elements. Love is like that. It has to be worked at. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. And they are now ready to give and accept that symbolism of love. Starting, do we have the wedding rings? I, Stephen, take you, Joanna, to be my wife.
I, Stephen, take you, Joanna, to be my wife.
I promise to love you above all others and respect and care for you.
I promise to love you above all others and respect and care for you.
And with this ring, I will marry you and join my life to yours.
I will marry you and join my life to yours.
I, Joanna, take you, Stephen, to be my husband.
I, Joanna, take you, Stephen, to be my husband.
I promise to love you above all others,
I promise to love you above all
respect and care for you,
others, respect and care for you.
and with this ring, I marry you
And with this ring, I marry you.
and join my life to yours.
And join my life to yours.
Joanna and Stephen, while you certainly remain unique persons, each with your own spiritual gifts, personality, talents, and abilities, from this time forth, your thoughts shall be for each other rather than for your individual selves. The love you have for each other will draw you both closer to each other. Joanna and Stephen, in the light of this unity candle, you are symbolically expressing the goals of your union in your marriage and as a family. Radiate this love to all those whose lives you touch. Please light your unity candle at this time. I get the seats back, but as they're still upward. And I now call on Ronan, Nicole, Sai, Sophie, James, Tara, and Mark to read some wedding wishes.
By this marriage, two families have been united. May both families continue to be a source of love, support, and guidance through Joanna and Stephen's life.
We are thankful for the gift of friendship, to the parents, family, and friends of Stephen and Joanna, and for the help, support, and encouragement they have given.
Love and death continue their memory lives together. May our homes full of joy, laughter, and good health, and may we always find happiness for each other. May your marriage hope to feel today, even between the one get off the joy of their life. May they live counts for the happiness they have known, and continue to love and support each other. We give thanks for the gift of love. And we always remember to love each other. Because of the church, we have heard, taught, and seen. We remember the smiles and laughter of those who have gone before us, who would have loved to share in the joy and happiness of this day. We especially remember Stephen's mother, Patsy. We are thankful for the happy memories they have left with us. We give thanks for all the blessings and happiness. We wish that our families remain in good health and stay in warmth.
Thank you very much. So Ronan, Nicole, Sai, Sophie, James, Tara, and Mara. Today, Joanna and Stephen would like to participate in a hand fasting ceremony. The hand fasting ceremony has been used by many communities, including an old Celtic tradition throughout the ages, and this is where the phrase tying the knot comes from. Rena will present the ribbons. These are the hands of your best friend, full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours. Together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you throughout the years, and will, with the slightest touch, comfort you like no other. These are the hands that tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when wrinkled in age, will still be reaching for yours, still giving that same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Joanna and Stephen have declared before us that they will live together in marriage, taking vows and exchanging rings. So therefore, on your behalf and on behalf of the community and in the sight of God, I now declare them. And now, And finally, beautiful ceremony. Joanna and Stephen would like me to thank you all on their behalf for your presence here today. Your support over the years, the atmosphere here today is generated by that love. You have all contributed to the celebration of their love in this marriage ceremony, and you have made it meaningful and personal to them both. Out of this world, two souls have found each other. Their destinies shall now, and their joys shall not be known apart. Joanna and Stephen, may your home be a place of happiness for all who enter it, a place where the old and the young are renewed in each other's company, a place for growing and a place for sharing and a place for love. May those who are nearest to you be constantly enriched by the beauty and the bounty of your love for one another. May your work be a joy of your life that serves the world, and may your days be good and long on the earth. And now I ask you all to be upstanding and applaud Stephen and Joanne, the new Mr. and Mrs. Fleming.
No. I think I probably would have. I was able to get onto Facebook. No, I think I did. I think it wasn't your fault. But it doesn't matter. It's recorded anyway. Terry.